Hello everyone, it's my birthday again. I'm 33, so I thought I'd put together a video for my birthday um, listing off 33 facts about myself. Uh, this took a while to put together because I only put it together now. I want to, first of all though, let everyone know Patreon's up. There's a lot more rewards in there. Once I get some more support behind it, more reward, more tiers will be added, and stuff will be moved around. You can also one of the top rewards is you get to do a Google Hangout with myself, and that reward is limited. It's just because I've noticed the more people that I put into the thing, there's a lot of overtalk, and I've limited it to 3 people, so there'll be 4 people in the hangout. But if I limit it to 3, you'll still be able to understand me. The internet in Australia is pretty bad, so that's why it's limited to 3 people. But you get like the usual stuff: early access to videos. The first reward, all you get is a nice thank you from me. But that will eventually change. Eventually, that will be all access to videos as well. Then I'll do more stuff. One goal I want to eventually reach is being able to put out T-shirts for Magpie and NES Productions T-shirts stuff as well. But with all that said, let's just get to the video, guys, and let's talk about stuff. I became a wrestling fan in 1999. That's number 1. Number 2 is my favorite TV show on the air right now is Doctor Who. Fact number 3, my favorite companion is Ace from the classic era of Doctor Who. The first Batman thing I ever saw was Batman 66. It was airing in Australia in syndication, and that's when I saw it in the late 80s, early 90s probably. My favorite Batman movie is Batman Begins. My favorite movie, period, is Tomorrow When the War Began. It's actually one of my favorite books as well. Bonus fact there. My favorite wrestler is The Undertaker. My first kiss was when I was 7 years old. Yeah, believe it or not, this guy was that good even back then. Number 9, I went to 3 different. I went to school in 3 different towns. Now that's over high school and primary school and stuff like that. I am in Newcastle now. After spending probably more, like I said, 10 years here, but I've figured it out. It was probably more than 15. It was probably more like 15 years. The first movie I remember seeing in cinemas is Batman Returns. Now, I can't remember entirely. I might have seen Strictly Ballroom first in cinemas. I'd have to look at the dates and stuff. But I think that was the first movie I saw. Could be wrong. But that's the first movie I remember seeing in cinemas. I have never been married. No girl has been brave enough to take that step with me. I've never had a girlfriend longer than 6 months. That's probably why I've never been married. I am a South Sydney supporter. Yeah, I have a hat over there. It's, I was going to put that on if it was closer by. Dream job is I would love to be a writer for GFW, Global Force Wrestling. I know a lot of people would probably say, why not WWE? Well, they got the winning hand at the moment. Despite their ratings going down, and plus, I don't like the setup there. It wouldn't work for me. My favorite Avenger is Captain America. I gotta be honest, I didn't think I'd like any of the first Captain America movie because I thought it'd be rah rah, yeah, America, yeah. but I didn't feel a lot like that. I never rented from Blockbuster in the 1990s. Now, if you know anything about Australia, that would be probably really funny. Yeah, really, like, well, duh, because Blockbuster wasn't here. Really, I don't think it worked out like that. My favorite episode of Raw is the one where China became #1 contender for the WWE title. Yeah, because a lot happened on that episode of Raw. Like, it was 2 hours. There wasn't actually a lot of talking, I don't think. If you go back and you look at the 90s stuff, a lot of it was really efficient. They weren't dragging stuff out. There wasn't a lot of talking. There wasn't a lot, like, the pace was very good. I think a lot can be learned from that. I think probably the longest segment on that show was Jesse the Body Ventura was on that show, and it was him promoting SummerSlam. There was Triple H, and there was China, and there was a lot of great stuff on that show. Probably review it at some stage. My favorite Star Trek movie is Wrath of Khan. Well, it's the best one, I think. I think it's universally regarded as the best. Some might say other ones. I have seen every Star Wars movie in the theaters, except for the original trilogy and the original concept. I saw the special editions in theaters when I was when they were re-released in the mid-90s. I have seen all the prequels in the cinemas. I have seen Rogue One, and I've seen The Force Awakens. I'll probably see all the other ones too. Went to midnights for all the prequel ones, midnight screenings. I grew up watching Thomas the Tank Engine. Believe it or not, the bonus fact here, that's how I started to learn to read, because I would read the titles and who directed and as told the story by. The first WWF pay-per-view I bought was the Royal Rumble 2000. Now, I think I gave the money to my mother to cover the cost for that show. Yeah. I left school in the 10th grade, which is the biggest mistake I've ever made. Shouldn't have done that. My favorite Tim Curry movie is Clue. The superhero movie I have seen most, probably, is Condor Man. And that's because it was probably the first one I saw. It was taped on a very old videotape, and it is very worn out. I have it on DVD now. I think it was a gift from my sister. Gave it to me. I'm a secularist. Yes, Secular Talk is one of my favorite YouTubers. I got one of his shirts here. I did have some Geekvolution shirts, but I think a lot of them were worn out. I got one of their ones over there too. I'm a Labour Party supporter. Yes, I am. Doesn't mean I agree 100% with everything in their platform. I think the main reason they lost the last election was fear-mongering and stuff. I became a Trek fan in the mid-90s. Yeah, not sure when exactly, but I remember watching Voyager was the pilot. After seeing the spoilers for what's coming up. A couple of the movies, but I remember watching that, and that's what got me in. My uncle managed to borrow some stuff from a friend of his, and that's how we saw a lot of the stuff. The first Star Trek show I watched was Voyager, and that's the first one I watched at the beginning, like the pilot of, and then we watched Deep Space Nine and Next Gen, the original series. I haven't watched all of that yet. the moment. The first Star Trek movie I watched was Voyage Home. Now I'm pretty sure this is right. So yeah, that's probably the first one I saw. I don't think I saw Undiscovered Country. Might be the other one I might have seen around about the same time. I once spent a week, probably about that, maybe a little bit more, watching all of Angel back to back, and whoa, that was not good. My favorite season of Star Trek Deep Space Nine is season 5. I think when you look at it, that's probably one where the most stuff happens. I don't think it's the most archy. I think the last two seasons, especially the last half of season 7, is very archy. And my favorite active wrestler is AJ Styles. So that's 33 facts about Magpie. I hope you enjoyed this quick video. Please support me on Patreon. It just costs you $1, and I'll thank you for the support. More, as I said, more rewards will come as the stuff grows, and you'll see a lot more stuff if I can get all the equipment I need and the support I can do without. You don't have to donate, because eventually like all stuff will be released here on the YouTube channel. They are not looking to do strict Patreon only content at this time, but the regular stuff will be coming soon. More stuff coming out, more 2 new booking series I am working on. ECW one and another one. I'd have to look over everything again. But yeah, the ECW one is me booking the ECW roster as it was, and then figuring out a way to make it work for the last half of 2006, and booking up to the first ECW show, so we don't end up with brand split. The pay-per-views all coming together. All right, see you next time.